real quick. I'll show you what the finished product looks like before we get started. So here's the front of it. The whole front of this thing just comes off. Pulls off by Velcro, easy to get on and off. I've got some supports up at the ceiling of it, hang my lights from. What's going on, everybody? Today I am going to show you how I did my DIY grow box. I'm going to do it as quickly as possible while still keeping it easy to understand. So the first thing I did is I drew up what I wanted. So I wanted it like this. And I'm no artist. You don't have to be an artist. You just have to do it so it makes sense for you, right? So that's a basic shape. I need to add some of these lines here, showing kind of the hidden lines. And then I had some pillars coming across the top here. And then I kind of had some support beams coming through the back wall. So I've got all my lines drawn out. That's exactly what I want. I also want to do, so it's going to be 4 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet. And really it can be any dimensions that you want. That just happens to be what I have downstairs. Got my dimensions, got everything drawn out. I need to figure out what I need as far as my connections go. That means corners, tees, that kind of stuff. So I need a corner there. So I'm just going to go through and circle everywhere that I need connections. Okay, I think that's all of them. So down here I'm going to write corners, T. So corners, let's count them up. We'll put C's for corners. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 corners that I'm going to need. And then we'll count up the T's. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 T's. The other things you're going to need is Reflectix. Reflectix is like a reflective bubble wrap. So it worked really well when I made this. You're going to want some Velcro, PVC pipe, and PVC cutters. That's everything I used for this entire project. As far as the PVC pipe goes, I wanted to use 1 inch originally, but they didn't have all the fittings that I needed for 1 inch, so I ended up going to 3/4 inch. Either one of those is going to work. My 3/4 inch holds up just fine. I was able to hold a pretty heavy LED light on there. Let's go ahead and show you guys how I built it. Alright, hopefully me holding my phone isn't going to be too wobbly, but okay, so you went to the store. You got everything you needed. You got your PVC cutters, you got some scissors to cut your Velcro. You also have your Velcro, and you got your PVC. All of my PVC is pre-cut. Oh, and you also have your Reflectix, which all of that is also pre-cut, but you guys will see how I put it all together. So my PVC is pre-cut. I cut everything according to this. So this big long one across the front is going to be 4 feet. Everything going straight up and down is going to be 3 feet. So right here, in between all these T's and stuff, it's going to be a little bit different. I kind of did those ones as I went because I had to measure it as I went. So just remember that anything connecting to a T, those ones are going to be not the full length. Alright, if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this, go ahead and drop them in the comments below and I will answer them. Me doing it here is going to be a little bit different than you guys doing it at home because everything I have is pre-cut. So I'm going to build the whole frame first, and then after that I'll jump back, talk to you guys a little bit, and we'll see where we're at. At this point, you might be a little bit confused about this little area back here that's not connecting. So let me show you how I did that. So I put a small piece of PVC in here because I wanted my cross beams to go across. I already used a T right here to go down. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, so I just put a small piece of PVC in there so that way it connects into both of these T's. So I can have one T going that way, one T going that way. I do think that they make fittings that go down and over. They just didn't have them when I went in. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one right here. See if I can keep doing this one-handed. So now come on. This is not easy doing this with one hand. Okay, you've got your back support right there. You've got a completely open front so you can get completely into your tent. You've got some top support right here, and you can also hang your lights from those. So now everything's made, and then what I did at this point, I took my Velcro. I would keep it stuck together like it is, and I would cut off about that much. I'd cut it off, I'd pull the sticky side off of one end, and I would stick it. So I keep the tape on, stick it on there, and I seriously did that all over the place. Pretty much on the entire outside of this thing. So once I had it all on there, I cut out my Reflectix and I pulled the sticky side off of the outside now. So I didn't put any of this Velcro on there yet. I only had it on here, but I had both sides of the Velcro on here. And then what I would do is I'd cut out the piece that I need and I would lay it where I needed it and then kind of press down and make sure the Velcro sticks to it. I'll definitely say that this thing goes together much easier the first time. So, I mean, it went back together all right. Couple places where the Velcro wasn't lining up, but hopefully that gives you guys the basic gist of how to do it. It worked really great for me for a long time. Another thing is if you want to make this an even cheaper project, I know a lot of people do stuff similar to this and they use like space blankets or, you know, some kind of tin foil, stuff like that, just anything reflective. You can make this project even cheaper than it already is.